appreciate you joining us on this video interview series. And today I'm with Kevin David Rail. He's a fitness nutrition specialist and a fasting coach. He was featured in 2 critically acclaimed documentaries, and he's the co-founder of My Inferno Body. So it's so nice to have you here, Kevin. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Steve. I'm always excited to talk shop with like-minded people like yourself, and I'm super stoked to get down to the business about what we got on tap today in this show we're going to be doing.
Okay, so let's talk about 5 supplements to optimize your health. So these would be key supplements in your opinion, and everybody out there, we know we're not doctors, but we want to motivate you not to be lazy or irresponsible with your health. Don't believe us, go do some of your own research. But now we're going to talk to Kevin about what these 5 supplements are. So let's start with number 1, Kevin.
Number 1 for me, right off the bat, is pine pollen. Have you ever heard of pine pollen, Steve?
Yeah, I've heard of pine pollen. I've never eaten it.
So you've heard of pine pollen, but you probably haven't heard about it in supplement form. So I am big into longevity, reversing the aging process, fasting, and clearing your mind and balancing your hormones more than anything else, okay? Pine pollen is a game changer as far as I'm concerned. Anyone who's 40 plus out there should definitely get on pine pollen immediately. And even all the young bucks out there and the young ladies, it's very beneficial to balance out your hormones, optimize testosterone, HGH, and boost your recovery from workouts, and it's a powerful antioxidant, all rolled into one. So in my opinion, pine pollen is a must. I use it all the time.
Wow, okay.
You might want to add that to your list too.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to look that up or talk to you after this real quick interview for sure. Got to find out where I can get that stuff. Okay, so what's number 2?
Maca. M-A-C-A, maca. Have you heard of that one?
Maca?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Okay, maca is a root. And believe it or not, it's technically a cruciferous vegetable. There's something you probably didn't know. Cruciferous vegetables are like broccoli, cauliflower, collard greens, cabbage, all those, Brussels sprouts. They all land in the cruciferous vegetable family, which are super nutrient dense. We could talk about that on a whole other topic, on a whole other show. But it is technically cruciferous. Just know this, it's super powerful antioxidant. It also helps with hormone balancing and regulation, much like pine pollen. And it helps with sexual function as well, brain function, and recovery from workouts. So that right there is a good 1-2 punch. Bang, bang. Pine pollen and maca.
Wow. Yeah, you've got a couple there that I've never even taken. That's hard to do.
I know.
To come up with a supplement that I've never taken or that I'm not taking, that's all right. You got my curiosity going. So how about number 3?
Okay. Number 3, and this is a personal favorite of mine, and I'm going to tell you why I like it and why I use it. And we're going back to like conventional things here now, basics. I like creatine. I know you know what creatine is.
Yeah, I use that every day.
Okay, perfect. Well, I work out at a really high intensity basically every day of the week. I haven't missed a day of exercise in over, I think I'm going on 15 years now. So creatine works well for me to expedite my recoveries, and it also gives me more anaerobic capacity especially, but it also helps with aerobic capacity. It has been well researched and studied, and a lot of people are scared of creatine. I'm not scared of it. What I am scared of is artificial colors and sweeteners and some of the flavored ones out there. So if y'all are going to use a creatine, I suggest getting one that's clean and as clean and all natural as possible, and go with a plain one and just mix it into things like smoothies or any kind of drink you have, or like oatmeal and stuff like that. And what I like about it is, like I said, I feel like my aerobic capacity is higher. I'm able to do like extra reps and stuff. I have a little bit extra strength. It gives me really good recoveries. And when I don't use it, I tend to get like super lean because I'm already an ectomorph to start with. But when I'm not using creatine, I get like really lean and too lean for my own personal preference. So it helps keep me kind of like topped off, I like to say, in the gym and outside the gym. And I just feel my musculature is completely different when I use it. So I would highly suggest using creatine, especially for you guys out there and you women out there who are hardcore workout people out in the gym.
Yeah, and that's a good one for us to get into later about why it helps your cardiovascular and what it
Yeah.
does to the mitochondria. So yeah, definitely one I take every day. And you get the right one. You're not going to taste it. I put it in. You can put it in just about anything. I just put it in a little bit of water and drink it. The water just tastes like water. So
Yeah, it's pretty
good
neutral,
one.
yeah.
Okay, so how about 4?
Okay, this is a very popular one right now, and I don't know how long this is going to be popular. I'm guessing it's going to stay popular. I would call it a trend now other than a fad. I would suggest collagen. Some form of collagen. Now, I follow a flexitarian diet, so I'm alternating the amount of meat that I eat, like animal protein, if you will. Collagen, obviously, you have 2 options with collagen. You get like the collagen that derives from animals, or you can get collagen booster that is a plant-based version. So on days that I'm doing meat or animal protein, I will have the collagen that comes from bovine, which is animals, or on the days I'm not eating meat, I will revert to my plant-based collagen. One way or the other, the way you slice it is this. As you get older, collagen starts to break down, and that's what causes like wrinkles, that's what causes skin degradation, it causes joint inflammation, it causes pain, and all these other things, and your gut health starts to go downhill. When you start taking collagen, it helps improve your gut health, it helps improve your cell health, and it helps expedite your recoveries from workouts too, and it also helps you build muscle too, all rolled into one. And your joints don't get as degraded because the connective tissue and everything is working well from your collagen. But having said all that, be careful on the collagen that you buy. There is one thing you want to look for with any collagen supplement you choose. Make sure it has type 1 and type 3 peptides, and for a bonus, vitamin C as well. There are a couple on the market, and there's one that I use all the time that have those 3 things in it. So they have type 1, type 3 peptides, and they have vitamin C as well. Because vitamin C acts as a cofactor that helps with the absorption of it, and it's going to distribute through your body better. And there's a lot of people out there that call bunk on collagen, and I disagree 100%. I've been using it for about a year and a half, almost 2 years, when I broke my arm. I did everything I possibly could to expedite my healing process, and I did a 4-day fast to kick it off. We'll talk about that in a whole different episode. And then I did a couple things, like I was taking some specific bone strength supplements, and I started doing collagen, and I noticed a huge difference in a short amount of time. So I would highly suggest throwing that into the mix too.
Yeah, collagen's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, number 5.
Number 5, we're going back to the basics, and you know what that is. Can you guess?
Well, you just kind of mentioned vitamin C. I mean, there's so many basics. I mean, vitamin D, magnesium, B complex.
Well, we can make this show 20 supplements if we wanted to.
Of course, that's why it's hard.
But I'm going to throw vitamin D out there. And here's why. Because vitamin D is a critically important vitamin that a lot of us are nutrient deficient in. A big problem with vitamin D is in the wintertime. Like, I grew up in Northeast Pennsylvania, and it was always dreary in the winter and dark and damp and like rain, sleet, snow, and the sun would never come out. And I was absolutely miserable. The seasonal affective disorder that everybody talks about, it's funny because it's SADD. It should be SADDD. It's like seasonal affective disorder. I forget what the last D is for. But throw another D in there for deficiency of vitamin D. So it should be like 5 Ds. Maybe not 5. Maybe my math is off. Doesn't matter. Here's the problem. You're not getting enough vitamin D. When you walk out in the sun, your body gets exposed to it, and your body naturally produces vitamin D. Vitamin D has a secondary effect which releases brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which helps boost your mood. And it also helps boost testosterone and puts your hormones in balance as well. If you're deficient in vitamin D, you're going to feel tired, you're going to feel lethargic, you're going to feel sad, you're going to feel mad, you're going to have a short temper, and all these bad things are going to happen. And that's how you kind of know if you have a vitamin D deficiency. And if you went and got tested, like got a blood test or something, if you're feeling all those feelings that I just mentioned, emotions, you might find that you're D deficient. And the best way to do that is to get sun exposure. However, we have that long period of time between like December and say March where the sun starts to dwindle away and then it's gone. And if you live in California or Nevada where you are, you're probably going to be fine. You probably have enough sun all year to get outside and get like 20 minutes of sun exposure a day, which I highly recommend you do. But if you can't do that, you have a chance of getting stricken with the seasonal affective disorder. And the way to flip that is to take a good quality vitamin D. Now, I would suggest a vitamin D3K2 supplement. Vitamin K2 is an underspoken hero when it comes to the absorption of D3. So they work kind of synergistically together to enhance the effect of both of them. So, vitamin D3, that's my last, number 5, smoking gun.
Wow. Well, that was my number one.
Oh.
We're doing an interview series. If you could only take 5 supplements, what would they be? And we're asking doctors and a lot of our trainers. We haven't got through all of them yet, but vitamin D was my number one on the list with the K also. And it's been fairly consistently on a lot of lists. So, well, Kevin, we thank you for this. We thank you for being here. And we look forward to having you back there's so many different topics we can do, and it's going to be fun. So thanks for being here.
You bet. It was my pleasure. It was fun.